Thanks, Dawn, for just telling everybody where I live. Oh, boy. As Dawn said, my name is Stacy, and I'm a writer. Oh, yeah. In L.A., sometimes pronounced waiter. Yeah, my day job is I work in story development in film and TV, which means I get into a lot of heated debates with other writers about things like, how do we portray the modern American woman? One time, I went back and forth with this writer, a man, who thought he knew more about being a woman than I did. And finally, I said, oh my gosh, quit mansplaining the modern American woman to me. And he said, oh, Stacy, I'm not mansplaining the modern American woman to you. Mansplaining is when somebody tries to explain a point of view that they know nothing about. So then I did what any modern American woman would do. I shot him. So I'm also a mom, but my kids are grown, they're in their 20s. But long before they were born, I tried to get pregnant, but I couldn't. So after years of disappointment, my husband and I, we just gave up. We sold our house at the beach, and we moved to Park City, Utah to ski. Yeah. Clearly, we were not smart enough to know you just need to buy a lift ticket to do that. Not a house. And within a year, I got pregnant. Yeah, but I know, right? But in my defense, isn't that what happens to any woman who moves to Utah? Within 10 minutes, I had 2 sons 3 years apart. That's some pretty fancy Mormon math right there. Yeah, so now at the time, I had 2 kids, so no time, no money to ski, but I still lived in Utah. I'm not Mormon. Oh, and by the way, I got a divorce, lost everything except the kids. And spoiler alert, they are not wage earners. By now, the comedy just writes itself. But I'm too tired to get on a stage and talk about it. Sleep went out over midnight shows, and Juicy Juice replaced Grey Goose. Although I learned early on, they are really good mixed. Eventually, as I got older, I need something to do, so I became a lobbyist for Planned Parenthood in Utah. Yeah, I did it because I found out that they were only teaching abstinence in public school for sex education. And I thought, oh, no, not on my watch. There is no way I'm letting my kids grow up to think that the missionary position involves a bicycle and a doorbell. I also, while I lived in Utah, I also ran for and won a seat as a Democratic delegate in the 2008 presidential election. Yes, it was the one time my vote actually counted. Yeah, but don't get too excited because there's not a lot of Democrats in Utah, so the competition was slim. Yeah, I mean it wasn't like anything that you would think. For example, the caucus was just 3 people. Me, a Reformed Mormon, and a Wiccan. Yeah, we all voted for Hillary and went to bed by 9. And then the next morning, when we woke up, the world had gone to hell. And I thought, gosh, I took an edible the night before. What the heck was in that edible? But I live here now. I moved here, and I moved back. I'm from here. But I don't date anymore, I just don't. But I go out a lot. And I was at a party recently, and I met this woman who had the biggest diamond ring I'd ever seen. And she said it was from her husband. And I said, oh, how nice. Is he here? And she said, yes, he's right here. I had him pressed into a diamond. 2+ carats. Isn't he gorgeous? What do you say to that? He was dead first, right? Yes. Yes, lung cancer. Oh, she couldn't wait to tell me all about it. When you are cremated, you can have the ashes pressed into fine jewelry. Isn't that the most practical thing you've ever heard? No. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. But it's true. I checked. Yeah, now when your husband dies, you can have him made into diamond earrings. And for the first time in your marriage, you can say, my husband is a real stud. And he hasn't been this hard since 1992. My name is Stacy. Thank you so much.